What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. This is Rugby Sense, no nonsense. My name is Gift Tommy Bailey, and I am here with the illustrious Ryan Flynn. Ryan, what's really good, man?
Just another day living the dream, my man. Just another day, just living the dream.
Isn't that what it's always about? This is what life is. It's all about the dream. There and for. I've been watching.
Chasing it, achieving it. It's all about the dream.
There you go. I've been watching so much How I Met Your Mother, so everything is about that's the dream. It doesn't matter how minute. It's always about that's the dream.
Great show.
It really is, dude. I just finished season 9, and I'd watched it in real time, but I thought it sucked. And then when I went back on Netflix when it was on, I was like, wow, this really wasn't that bad. It doesn't make me regret watching the whole show because I really liked the early seasons, but
I was the same exact way with The Office. I thought it sucked after a few episodes. Gets on Netflix, I go back, I'm like, this was an emotional roller coaster.
It really was. It really was, man. Well, look, you know what? We got to get started right away. We don't have too much time. First up, games of this week. We had a lot that happened. Just right off the top, what were your top games that you found for this week?
Two games that stuck out to me were Alabama and Auburn. Alabama took it 64-8. I just thought that was pretty cool because Alabama is still just asserting their dominance in the Southeastern Rugby Conference, and I thought that was just an easy pickup win. But I like how they're establishing, like, hey, we're here to ball and we're here to dominate. And then another big game I thought was UCF over FSU. I thought Florida State had it, and close game obviously, but I was delightfully surprised. UCF with the upset 10-7.
Yeah. I mean, I was shocked on some of those games as well. For my top games of the week, coming from the women's side, I think this one was one of the more spectacular ones. Lindenwood traveling up to Penn State, taking on Army and Penn State. The biggest one, Lindenwood just clobbering Army 30-3. It's a Lindenwood women, dude. Those women are insane. I honestly think that it's the top 3 teams in the country right now for women's rugby and college rugby are Lindenwood, Penn State, and Life University.
Lindenwood has the War Queen, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, exactly. That should tell you everything right there.
Exactly.
Burns, Katie Burns, Kim Burns.
Yeah,
I don't remember either. Yeah. But I mean, that's it exactly. Like, it's just they're so dominant. But on the flip side, they ended up losing to Penn State. I guess it was a round robin that they had going on, and ended up losing to Penn State 30-6. But they played back-to-back games. Penn State's no schmuck team, so
they don't play games.
No, they don't. So we also had our predictions from this past week. Going off of our locks of the week, last week, you had Florida over Georgia, and for your upset pick, you had Ole Miss over Mississippi State.
I was off on that one.
Right? Dude, tell us a little bit about the thought process. Dude, it was, yeah. I was, look, whenever you had put Florida over Georgia, I was right there with you on being a lock for that. Yeah, Georgia definitely wanted to show that they're no schmucks. I feel like maybe we inspired them. We inspired them to not be pissed off anymore.
I mean, when you roll the dice and you put your reputation on the line like this, you think one of them would step up to the plate. And so I gotta stop rolling so many dice.
I mean, it's just is it too much to ask for a little bit of help? Like a little bit of help. Just if you're gonna dominate one week, just follow through the next week. I feel like that's not too much to ask for.
What you started.
And so we just had to establish that score for Georgia over Florida ended up being 34-15. Like, that's crazy.
Wow.
And a rivalry that truly ended up being a rivalry. And then you had Ole Miss upsetting Mississippi State, where you were way off on that one.
I had faith. I thought their new coach was going to bring something, and wrong.
45-7 lost Mississippi State over Ole Miss. I mean, What can you say? But look, I can't even really talk. I had my lock of the week as Kennesaw State over Memphis, and I don't even think that game played. So I feel like I slid out of that one. But unfortunately, I created the upsets that I created the counter upset to the upset that I set up, which was I expected South Florida to take the win over Florida International, and ended up learning that Florida International kind of I gave them the juice. Let's say that I gave them some juice, and they ended up clobbering USF a wonderful 46-15. So my bad, FIU. It was. Yeah, I got a lot of flack for that, so it's okay. But you know what? I'm not surprised. FIU has a great new coach, and I think they're probably going to be one of the dark horse teams to come out of the South for the collegiate playoffs in May.
For sure.
Man. So moving on, we have Rugby World Cup, dude. USA versus Scotland. Dude, what's your thoughts?
When Scotland was down 13-3 at half, I'm like, all right, we have the momentum. Let's get it. And then you lose 39-16. I mean, I think the big play for me was when Scotland took the lead in the second half. They were inching up the field, and they were just spreading out the Eagle defense, getting around the corners. And then Russell pops the ball to Maitland, I believe his name is. Runs it in untouched and scored to put him up in the kick after and puts him up 16-13. And right there I was like, I think Scotland has this, which was because they were defeated. Their momentum just completely drained, and I was like, gosh darn
it. Yeah, well, look, you had better language than I did because I was like, motherfuck, dude. Like, what the hell? Like, what's wrong with you, USA? Like, I was so impressed with
flipping upside down,
upside down, knocking lights over and everything. Like, USA came out so strong. Like, they came out fist pounding, power rugby.
Yeah, Scotland wasn't matching them physically until the second half.
Right.
USA physically dominated them the whole first half.
I figured, I guess, whenever they went into the locker room, Scotland was like, you know what? We've beaten these guys before, and then they put on Braveheart. And then came out onto the
just
field.
that one scene on the horse,
right.
just the speech.
Will you fight? Against that? No! We will run! And we will live. Die. Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. At least a while.
I was waiting for them to come out half face painted, kilts all everywhere. Just I don't remember what Mel Gibson says in it because I was just so enraged that we had to be the ones that took the wrath of the second half, and to only score 3 points in the second half was ridiculous. Was absolutely insulting.
Absurd, absolutely absurd.
Like, so I mean, look, I need USA to step their game up. What do you think they got? They have Japan coming up next. No. They have Japan coming up next. Dude, what are you thinking from that? Because I'm scared that the upsets aren't going to happen again.
I mean, after watching Japan beat South Africa, I mean, granted they did lose. They did lose after that. I mean, pretty substantially, I believe, too. But I just don't. After just seeing the Eagles blow it like that, blow like a nice lead, I don't think they're going to be able to hang with Japan, unfortunately. I hope they prove me wrong. I would love if they prove me wrong.
I know, right?
If they prove me wrong.
Please prove me wrong.
Yeah, I think Japan's for sure going to edge them out. It's just I think they have the more heart. I just don't think the Eagles' heart's there. If you don't have heart if you blow a 10-point lead in the second half. You don't. So I think Japan has them.
Correction, I was wrong in who it was. USA versus South Africa next, not Japan.
Africa?
Yeah.
Oh, well, my prediction stays the same.
Stay there.
Yeah. South Africa, I mean, even though they lost to Japan, they came out right after that and made a statement. Who did they blow out right after the Japan game? Samoa. Blew them out. So you knew they had a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to continue that because they have to make a statement now.
Yeah.
After losing to Japan, who is never a factor in the World Cup, they have to make a statement.
You know, I have to at least say that with the U.S., I can give him at least this. At least we know that there is some power there. But the question is obviously the stamina. Nobody wants a first half team. First half teams are always the teams that lose, like almost always, unless you can blow them out by like 40 points in the first half to 0, and then you kind of cruise your way into second half. But
can't do that.
You can't. Especially whenever it was a high kicking game like that early on. So, the U.S. needs to step it up. But against South Africa, honestly, luckily the U.S. has a full week ahead of them before they have to play again. But
get some nice practice and some recovery.
Exactly, because they're going to need it. I think South Africa is not looking to get embarrassed again.
No.
Yeah. And I don't know what the adjustments will be going into the game on the 7th. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. But, dude, wait, hold on. I think I got my. See, this is what I hate. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Game on the 7th. Yeah, because we gotta have everything written down here properly.
Fact check.
Man. All right. So, other than USA Scotland for Rugby World Cup, who was your favorite game? Who was the other game what other game did you get a chance to watch, or other game that you might have spotlighted this weekend?
No brainer, Wales and England. Probably hands down the best game of the World Cup so far.
Dude, that comeback was amazing.
The most impressive part was the injuries on the Wales side. 2 of their key players go down in the second half and has still come back against England to take it. Flat out impressive.
When you talk about no heart, this is not anything you can say for Wales. Like I came in watching that game and I was legitimately impressed because you're right. They had 3 injuries that occurred within that game that were very crucial, and 2 of them, like you said, from the start, from key players, and were able to still bust it to England. Though I was told that from the people that I was watching with, some of the wonderful South Africans I had the chance to watch it with, they were like, Wales lives to beat England. Like, they could lose every game, but yeah, like, as long as they beat England, they've at least taken it.
Yeah, no, I think I know it's a huge rivalry overseas. There was that one picture. It's the English guys next to the Wales guys going nuts, and the English guy just looks completely pissed next to him, looking over at him. That's an awesome photo. And just the passion of the countries was great to see after. I just wish that would translate more to USA rugby, but I digress. Just the passion, the heart. It was something out of a movie.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
I mean, look, right now in terms of USA rugby, right now we're like the Jacksonville Jaguars of the Rugby World Cup.
You're not comparing. I'll take the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, my bad. the difference is significant. Well, one way or another, at least we have potential, but you're right.
Unlike the Jaguars. After Maurice Jones-Drew, that was it.
It's all down here. I don't know, man. You got TJ Yeldon. He could be doing some stuff. Yeah. After he's siphoning into it. This is football talk on Rugby.
Yeah, not a rugby show. What are we talking?
Oh man, but yeah, I had to agree with you on that. Wales versus England, probably one of the best games I've watched this Rugby World Cup. One of the few come from behinds that felt like it was anybody's game for really, especially the last 40 minutes of it. But I mean, that was anybody's game all 60 minutes. It just looked like it could go either way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was back and forth, and I mean, like we keep saying, the heart. I mean, just to be 2 players down in the heart, and just it came down to who wanted it more, and Wales clearly did.
Exactly. All right, so now we're gonna start a new segment. It's our question of the day, random question of the day, and the random question of the day today is: what is your superhero starting 15? We got Rugby World Cup happening, so we got to put it in. It's almost Halloween. Let's throw it out. Drop it down, man.
All right, you're gonna like this. So at 1, I have the Hulk. 2, Kool-Aid Man. 3, The Thing. 4, Batman. Running at 5 is Superman. On the flanks, we got Iron Man and Captain America. 8 man is Mr. Incredible. At the scrum half, we have Robin, who's gonna throw to 10, Spider-Man. He's got that, just shoot it right out to the window.
Right.
Run at the Wing. 11 is the Green Lantern. 12 and 13 is Silver Surfer and Thor. 14 is Flash, because that's just a given.
That's a gimme.
And then 15, the Wolverine.
So, you put Wolverine at fullback.
Yeah, I feel like you could catch. I mean, you need some side. You need a sure tackler back there.
That is true.
No one getting past the Wolverine.
That is true. I like that 15. Like, okay, so I gotta ask, why put Superman at lock?
You need a good push in the scrum. The locks give it all the power. So the push from behind, I think Superman and Batman would be perfect. He's huge. He is a monster. Who people are sleeping on, though, is the Kool-Aid Man. Right? He might be made of glass, but he is a savage. He is huge, and he brings joy to children, and he will go through people. Do not sleep. The man runs through walls.
He does.
And yells, "Oh yeah!"
I mean,
no one's gonna tackle him.
Is he hooking though? Can he hook though? I mean,
that is something people worry about with his tiny legs, but I have confidence.
You got confidence. That size puts him in. Look, man. I mean, I feel like that's a sleeper pick. I feel like that's a sleeper pick of the day. You got to have the Kool-Aid Man just pushing it. Oh yeah!
Don't sleep on the Kool-Aid Man.
I love it. All right, so I started off the same as you for my superhero 50. I love the fact that Kool-Aid Man is also a superhero. He fights the villainy of thirst and non-diabetes. He goes against the scourge of non-diabetes.
Exactly.
If your foot is warm, he will cool it off so it can get cut off.
Exactly. It's my boy.
All right, so my superhero starting 15 was at prop. At number 1, I had the Hulk. At hooker, I had Beast. At 3, I had the Thing. At 4, I had Cyborg. At 5, I had Colossus. At 6, I had Aquaman. 7, I had Wolverine. At 8, I had Thor. 9, Spider-Man, because I feel you on the shooting webs, but I feel like he doesn't have to go inside the ruck to whip it out. He can just, use the webs and then just whip the ball out from inside the ruck, Get the good distance. And then at 10, I had Batman. At 11, I had the Flash. I had Flash Kid, a.k.a. Wally West. And then at 12, I had Captain America. 13, Superman. Then at 14, I had the original, the second Flash, Barry Allen. You got to get both of them. No need to cut down on any speed. And then at 15, Green Lantern, John Stewart one. Not Kyle Reiner and not Hal Jordan. Fuck both of them.
You have to be specific.
I got to be specific. You cannot give Green Lantern to just anything. All right?
I do have a question. How powerful is the Aquaman on land?
Dude, look, Aquaman is a beast on land, all right? He's got the sick bone density that he has to have for water. He has the super strength, and push comes to shove, there's always that little hook for hand that he doesn't have to, he can get a good hold of the props. So, I mean, look, Aquaman is slept on way too much. Like, we got to remember, it's new Aquaman, not... whatever 1950s Silver Age Aquaman.
Yeah, you see, you didn't say that.
I forgot specifics. Push comes to shove, Aquaman calls a bunch of sea animals to lift the flanker up. Squad! Awesome. So yeah, I mean that one I had to put it down for that. I had to put it down on that one. Awesome. All right. So coming on the end of the show, we got to put our game predictions for the weekend. Throw out number 1 right off the bat. Who's your upset pick for the weekend?
All right, let's see. I'm really hoping right now. Right?
Fingers crossed.
I'm saying FSU just coming off a tight loss, and USF just got blown out. But I feel like USF is the better team, so I think FSU is going to upset them. FSU over USF.
FSU over USF. All right, and who's your lock of the week?
Oh, Alabama over Florida. Hands down. That's just easy money.
Awesome. Look, I'm actually right there with you. For my lock of the week, I had Alabama over Florida too. I added another little tweaker because I can't forget my ladies. My other lock of the week, I have Life University's traveling up to Pennsylvania, taking on Westchester, and I have Life U over Westchester women because I mean, I still feel Life University is probably like the fourth best team in college rugby. Maybe fifth, no, fourth, fourth or fifth, one of the two, one of the out of that five. Definitely a top five team. Let me just say that. Definitely a top five team. And then for my upset pick of the day, of the week, I have Southern Miss over UL Lafayette on the road, which is UL just beat Louisiana Tech last week,
and like it was like the last play too.
Last play, it was a close game, and this is a team that they beat a team that Southern Miss traveled 5 hours to go play and beat. So in Louisiana Tech, so I'm putting it on Southern Miss. I think they're still underdog. I can't give them the full respect of a favorite, but I think that they're going to upset UL pretty well.
I think if they win that game, they can start to be looked on as the favorites now. I mean, taking out LA Tech, South, they can beat Poly. They're a favorite from here on out.
I agree on that one. The last one that we had, our non-South regional game pick for the week. Who'd you have down?
I took Dartmouth over Cornell. Ivy League rugby, great rugby. Dartmouth is always a great squad, and I think they're going to take out Cornell easily.
Awesome. I have Michigan over Indiana. Looking at Indiana, they've been blowing out teams, but we're coming into Michigan's second game. I think they're going to be a much more rested team. And I think this is going to be the first time Indiana actually has some real competition. And it's not even that far different. Michigan is number 11. Indiana is number 16. So, it can go in any way.
Right. Big Ten rugby.
There you go. Big Ten rugby.
Squad up.
Let it happen. Let it bang, man. Let it bang. All right. So last segment, dude, some free thought. What happened?
I mean, I think our biggest thing right now, man, is one, it's a beautiful day in Mobile, so it's a great day in the neighborhood. But big thing coming up is the Gift Time Rugby Photo Contest. Inaugural starts on Thursdays, October 1st.
Yeah.
So we're going to post the link then. Submit your best photos. The winner gets to become the profile picture for a bit and gets a polo. And it's a pretty neat contest. And who doesn't like winning contests? So you should enter.
It's all about the contest, man. Win that swag. Win that swag. And look, for me, not so much on the contest, but it's a crazy weekend. I had a chance to go watch LSU play this weekend, watch some alumni game, watch the women's and the college. And so it's good to be able to watch at least your home location rugby teams play. So, watch some old guys play against some younger dudes, and I mean they actually took it to them. LSU, man, you gotta step up the game from there. And then after also give some credit to my South African friend for allowing me to come over, drink some beers, have some food, enjoy some good rugby and some company. It's been a while since I've had a chance to do it, considering the busyness of things. So
turn up.
Got to make it happen, man. Got to make it happen. Man, anything else for today, man?
Nothing. Just keep being beautiful, people.
That's what we're talking about. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, Gift Time Rugby Network, on Twitter at Gift Time Rugby. Don't forget to blow up Ryan's Twitter because it's going to be on the screen there somewhere, and just annoy him for the sake of it for just because we love him. It's because we love him. Squad. But I hope you guys have a great one. And look, this is Rugby Sense.
No nonsense.
Hell yeah. You guys have a great day. Cheers.
Have a good one.